This week we are stretching ourselves and our comfort zones and flying ourselves and our bikes 5,200 miles to Madeira, Portugal.
There's a crash pad on the tree, so
Madeira is a picturesque island off the coast of Morocco, and not many people know this, but it's considered to be one of the best mountain biking destinations in Europe.
let's do it.
So we're flying halfway around the world to test that theory. We had some struggles getting to Madeira, which seemed to follow us onto the bikes.
Don't go flying over the handlebars.
Holy But after a few days, we seemed to find our stride. At least for the most part. And now we're on to day 5, our final ride in Madeira.
Some mud eyes.
The mud is super slippery.
It's kind of a sketchy part.
Today we're going to continue raiding the trails, exploring parts of the island we've never been, including encountering the gnarliest trails of the whole trip.
What's your will?
Hardest, most technical trail.
These trails are no joke.
I think it's quite rough.
Yeah.
Like this. Boom, 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 boom.
Last day of riding with Ratboy Madeira. We're getting going. Looks like we've got a private tour today.
Today we are riding 8 of Madeira's rowdiest trails.
Some mud eyes.
The mud is super slippery.
Let's do it.
But first, we coffee.
It looks so proper.
On our private tour today, we're headed over to the Middle East part of the island where we'll ride some blues, reds, and even blacks.
Bikes are ready. Woo! Yes.
Ride 1 is supposed to be the warm-up ride, but it's full of super slippery roots and Madeira ice. I guess the nice thing about these roots is they sure do get you warmed up fast. Woo! These roots are no joke. Fortunately, coming from the Pacific Northwest, we are not strangers to roots.
It's full of roots in the woods. Not joking. Today we have just Emily and I on the tour. Jeremy decided to take the day off because he crashed yesterday. And no one else signed up. So just the two of us crushing it with Diogo. Whew, yeah.
Riding behind Diogo is super fun, but it's slippery out here, and this is his home turf.
Some mud eyes.
Phew. Got a little bit of the old Madeira ice today, which we haven't had too much of yet. Means that the mud is super slippery.
So we've got slippery mud, slippery roots. Let's throw some rocks in there. You think they're slippery?
Can you see this jump?
And then let's hit a sketchy jump. Why not? Whew. Alright, next up we're going to step up the game and head into a red trail for Trutas. Fast, flowy, still got the roots and the Madeira ice though. The truth is, as we make our way down in elevation, the soil does tend to dry up, so we have less Madeira ice to worry about, but there are still patches in here for sure. It can just be really hard to identify them in all these shadows. You can't tell if the shadows are a shadow, or Madeira ice, or just some super grippy dirt.
Ooh, fun.
Ready? Let's go for it.
Phew. Yeah. This is downhill line that we did not ride the other day. It's supposed to be even more rooty and steep than what we rode last time. It was very rooty last time. Holy sh**. Yeah, this is great. Very cool. Whew. Nice. Looks like there's a bunch of different lines through here. Big rocks in the way. Yeah, good to go. So loose in the corner. Foot doesn't want to stay on the old pedal.
This is one of those trails that was super fun and super challenging. You just want to go back and ride it all day long. I really hope that someday we get to come back here to re-ride this trail and ride it even faster.
Phew! That was really fun. Woo!
That's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
Now we're headed onto a super fun and flowy green trail, which, as you've seen through here, you can push these trails as hard as you want to, and it just increases the difficulty. There are so many little fun side hits that you can hop off of, jump off of, jib off of, whatever you like to call it, drop off of, that just make it super fun. And you can push the speed so hard on these trails. There's just so much opportunity to get good at them and ride them faster and better time after time. Woo! This is a little sketchy transition trail, which just gets us to the next trail. It's got some baby heads and into this little fern gully. Then we drop into one of the favorite trails of the whole trip. It's got some fast corners, some cool jumps and things to pop off of, and they're not super straightforward. You have to have a little bit of skill and planning for them.
Phew! You good? Heard some branches breaking. I thought it was Emily breaking a fall.
That'll do it for ride 1. 4 miles, 1,600 feet of descending, a difficulty of 6 out of 10, and a 9 out of 10 fun. Those jumps, roots, flow that you had to find was so good.
Fun.
For ride 2, we're going to hit the first of a super sketchy series of trails, starting with Kambota.
Guys, right in front of that, it's kind of a sketchy part. I think it's not rollable. Let's go for it.
This may or may not be rollable, but it is definitely sketchy.
Ah, I see.
And the sketchiness just continues on this trail. It's great.
Hey!
I'm sure I sound like a broken record at this point, but oh my gosh, how much different are these trails than the ones we've been riding?
You? Yeah. All right. Whew. Huh.
I'm loving this extra tech that we're getting here. Little drops, rollers, sharp turns. It's all good to me.
Phew. Nice. That was a great trail. Really fun.
That's fun.
Yep. Ah.
And so it continues down this super gnarly chunk fest here, where we are so happy to have our 170mm bikes.
Woo!
Emily's on an Evil Reckoning with a GX build, and I'm on a Rebel Rail with an XT build.
That's mine. Woo! Tree. Oh, riding so great. Yeah.
We could definitely ride these trails with less suspension, and we've seen people do it, but having at least 160mm fork makes these trails much more enjoyable. All right, let's rate this one up. Ride 2, 1.1 miles, 500 feet of descending, a difficulty of 8.9. This trail was super chunky and so much fun. We loved it. 9 out of 10. Let's go ride some more.
Woo! Super fun.
Woo, that's fun.
Yeah, nice riding.
Ride 3 has taken us to the opposite side of the hill for a trail called Ratboy, which is, again, super chunky and super fun.
So she cares your will.
I think it's okay. All right. Now on Emily Cam for our last bit of riding here in Madeira. This is Ratboy. Getting into some steeper, more technical stuff today. And it's been super fun so far. It's just Joe and I and our guide Diogo today, so private tour. Some slippery spots. Don't look that slippery, but they are.
Emily sounds super chill here, but don't let that fool you. This is really gnarly.
Cool rock roll. The guys are yelling at me.
I can't remember why we were yelling at her, probably telling her how gnarly it was. She didn't seem to care.
Let's do it.
All right, pretty big gap jump incoming after riding through this chunky section. It's not easy, and it's got a gap over a little creek.
I just bottomed out my rear shock.
Okay.
Yeah, all good.
I heard it.
Yeah, it was just my rear shock going.
I was looking back but I saw she cased and not crashed.
Yeah, I cased and not crash. Yeah, because I lost my foot on the up. I think it's okay. I think it's good. Yeah, I think it just was my coil made the big noise, but everything here seems good.
We might need to get Emily a bigger coil for her rear shock. Thank goodness her wheel's okay, at least for now.
K-City up on these jumps right now.
On this trail, the gnarly just continues. Thank goodness they saved it for our very last day.
Woohoo! Hopefully you guys can tell just how cool these trails are. They are so fun, and there's so much variety. I mean, there's just a little bit of everything out here, depending on the day and side of the island you ride on, what the conditions are like. I mean, it's pretty freaking epic. We thought 9 days here would be a lot, and I think we could have spent many more days. It's just one of those places where super cool. Looking forward to coming back already.
It's quite sketchy. I don't understand very well these jumps. The jumps in Madeira, in general, they are very sketchy. I like to pull a bit. If you like jumping, maybe you can do this one.
I decided a 15 to 20 foot river gap was not a good idea on the last day.
Oh, I think maybe that was the end of the trail.
Another super fun one in the books. We had 1.2 miles, 500 feet of descending, a difficulty of 8 out of 10, and a 9.5 for fun. The only thing that would have made this more fun for me would have been having some steeper trails. So good.
All right, starting our fourth lap of the day. Hardest, most technical trail of the day.
After that last trail, it's hard to imagine what would be more technical, but we'll see.
Tight corners in here. My arch nemesis of the week. Cornering. Going to try make that a goal for the summer to improve cornering. I think at the end of the summer we're hopefully going to ride a lot more bike parks, which I think will be a great opportunity to get better at it. Something to look forward to. Whew. Almost washed out there a little bit. I think I'm going to need some new brakes here pretty soon. I'm using them a lot here.
We always bring 4 extra sets of pads with us on these trips. We burn through them.
You! Roll. Roll. Nice. Super cool. Hands are tired. Did not like that line that Joe just took. I did not like your line choice.
Oh, it's a good one. You just got the trust.
Yeah.
I don't know about the most technical trail of the day. 1.2 miles, 800 feet of descent, difficulty of only a 6 and fun of only a 6. Maybe a little steeper, but not that technical. Ride 5 has the environment changing again, and we're going to hit up some flowy tech where we really try and push the pace, and that could be good or bad.
There's a crash pad on the tree, so it's okay. Let's go!
After lunch, have some nice chicken, sweet potatoes, delicious. It's really easy to eat here, which is awesome. Get a lot of protein, potatoes, rice. Need some more jumping practice.
Oh, it's gonna be a different spot already, yes.
Okay.
Going for the Las Vegas Trail.
I'm not sure why it's called Las Vegas. I don't see any casinos or desert.
Phew.
I actually just kicked my finger off of my front brake. I've never done that before. Interesting.
This trail doesn't look too bad, but it's a wicked combination of trying to chase down Diogo, having a little bit more chunk than you can see because of these shadows, and then also getting into the day after lunch.
Tried to do a nose pivot like him, but I couldn't get the back end off the ground. I don't think I loaded enough. Jump. Almost got me.
almost going off the trail right here. And then again right here. It's getting close. Having to brake really late, not making good decisions, trying to keep up with Diogo. And we're about to hit the steepest, spiciest line of the whole trip.
Just to have a quick look, guys, over here.
Checking out the lines.
I think it's quite rough. For me, the easiest line is also the one that looks quite scary. I like to pass really close to the tree.
Yeah.
It's like this. Boom, 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 boom.
There's a crash pad on the tree, so it's
I'd like to thank the GoPro effect for this one. We ride a lot of steep trails, and this is the steepest trail of the whole trip, hands down. I could not stop right here, even if I wanted to. Nice crash pad.
Phew! Thank you. Very nice. Yeah, it's very fun. Steepest fun. Yeah.
All good. Now we traded steep for some super janky tech. This stuff is very rough, but also puts a smile on my face. I love it.
Yeah!
It's a drop.
Oh yeah!
Let's send it. Yeah.
There's nothing like a big drop in the woods followed by a super fast section. Heck yeah. Woo! These leaves are like a different form of Madeira ice. So slippery.
an alternate line to the leaves there.
Yeah, it was nuts.
That was so fun.
After a quick transition to another trail, we're gonna find that we have some more chunk and even some more slippery leaves. It's like we got a little teased and then the leaf just came back with full force. Fortunately, the leaves were short-lived and we're gonna wrap up this trail. Wrapping up Ride 5, 1.3 miles, 1,000 feet of descending, a difficulty of 8 because of the steep and the drop, and a fun for the same reason. Those two features were awesome.
Yeah.
Nice rope.
Yes, very good.
Next up, we're going to tackle some reds and blues that have tons of chunk jumps, and I'm even going to need a new chain at the end.
Oh. Woo! Now let's go. Mushroom Trail. After lunch, I've had 2 espressos. I am ready to rock. Last trail was super, super fun. Nice big drop. Kind of redeemed myself after casing the other one. Oh, the dirt is good right here. You. Drop up ahead. Whew. This is what happens when I try and talk. Oh man, this is so cool.
This is like the day of gnarly chunk. We didn't expect this at all when we were coming to Madeira. It is super fun. You gotta hold on and you've gotta be ready for whatever is about to come at you next.
Telling Joe these trails are so awesome because I feel like they're challenging me. They're within my ability, so it's super cool because I feel like getting better, riding things that I consider hard, but you could just always make them more challenging by pushing the pace and different lines, new features. I'm just having so much fun here. It's so cool. Ooh, shady in here. It's a really dramatic light change. My eyes are like, wow, I can't see.
Now that we can't see, let's make it steeper and chunkier. Awesome.
Oop. Yeah, couldn't make that. I was supposed to stay high on that earlier route, and I missed it. Whew! Break your chain, Joe.
Let's go for it.
Let's go. Oh, it didn't last very long. Joe's riding chainless. Tried to do 1 pedal stroke and snapped his chain, so we have an extra one in the van. It's just down the hill a little bit more. Woo! So he's got to practice his pumping here. and he can't ratchet with his pedals, so that's something different.
When I was inspecting my bike, I saw that the chain linkage had a potential weak spot and it could break, and was super happy that we actually did bring an extra chain with us. I just didn't know how long or when the chain would actually break, or if it would. This is kind of an interesting experience.
You butt hit my tire on that one. Leaned way back. Woo! Adventure trail time. Trying to see if we can get back to the road a little faster without more pedaling for Joe.
This turned out to be a little side game trail and might have decreased the pedaling by a few hundred meters, but we had to run and walk quite a bit at the end of this trail. That'll do it for Ride 6, 1.3 miles, 700 feet of descending, difficulty of 6, and a fun of 7. Not the best, not the worst, still a great time. Things are getting amplified on Ride 7, and we're going to have the chunkiest, fastest, loosest ride of the whole day.
Very rocky.
The beginning, there are some rocky parts.
Let's go!
do it.
It's really fun this road. Nothing compared to what we done today.
All right.
Diogo couldn't have been more accurate. This trail is fast, rocky, and absolutely nothing like what we've done so far today. I mean, no roots at all. The real question is, how will we adapt to these rocks? Will we hold on to the bars or send it off of the trail? We'll have to wait and see. This is super gnarly.
Oh, that's rocky. Yeah. I did get a new chain. Chain broke. Got a new one.
I'm trying to talk here, but it's just too gnarly. I need to concentrate.
Hopefully derailleur stays in one piece. It seems like maybe there's something going on with it, even though I cleaned it all up before we started the trip.
I completely rebuilt my Shimano XT derailleur before this trip, but you do never know. You could hit a rock or something could happen, you find some gnarly mud, and it could destroy it.
Oh, this is cool.
Cool is an understatement. This is actually super scary, and I'm trying to find lines. It's very steep, and I'm trying to make sure that I make it in one piece down this trail.
Very rocky. Hit a pedal. Very rocky.
It's very physical also.
Yes, very physical.
Something that smart guides like Diogo do is they know when to take breaks. They read the group, they read the terrain, and they make the decision to take breaks so that you don't overwhelm yourself, you don't overexert yourself, and you're able to make it down the trail as safely as possible as a whole group. These rocks are exceptionally gnarly, and it is way steeper than you can tell on the GoPro.
Rocky, loose, physical, steep. Yeah.
And it's about to get more loose and more steep with steeper turns.
Woo! Put on that new chain and it feels like something weird is going on. It's just very rough. Maybe it was just in the wrong gear. It wanted to shift. Oh, I imagine it looks really pretty right here on the camera.
This is one of those times where I had no idea what it looked like when I was riding, but now that I'm editing, I get to see this view, and what the heck? This is unbelievable. This has to be one of the prettiest and coolest places to ride in the whole world. We're gonna keep testing that theory, but holy smokes, guys, check it out. And back to the Gnar. No wonder that I had no recollection of what this actually looked like or the view.
Whew. Yep, very nice. Whee! Yeah.
Now Madeira does another one of its transformations, and we're into a totally different riding environment.
Follow the bug. You just fly right in as you're breathing. Sometimes you can't help it. Gosh, I haven't given a thanks to TRP brakes lately for being so awesome. They are freaking awesome. So much control through here. Couldn't ask for more. Whew. Yeah. Whoa. Very, very physical. Very nice. Woo!
I should also mention that TRP customer service is so good. They've helped me out in tons of situations and are super fast to respond to anything that I ask. Which is why when we're flying down trails like this, the TRP DHR Evos are our preferred brake by far.
Oh, the little jumps are over the canal. Okay.
These canals are called levadas, and we've found them all over the island, but this is by far the coolest way that we've ridden, well, over them.
Very cool. Like the canal jumps. Functional jumps. Jumps because you need to get over the canal.
As we're getting lower in elevation, you can see that the trail is smoothing out quite a bit. There's less rocks, less roots, and you're able to hold more flow with the exception of the occasional rock. Ride 7 was much longer than our earlier rides, 2.3 miles, 2,400 feet of descending, a difficulty of 8 because of the rocks and the steepness, and a fun of 9. We loved this trail.
Very nice. Very fun.
That was so fun.
That was good. You
That
like?
was so cool. Those little canal jumps were super fun having them.
After a short shuttle ride up the hill, we were on to ride 8, which is a red trail that is fast, flowy, and has some of the craziest views of the whole trip. I know, I keep saying that, but they just are so amazing. I mean, look at this. This is some narrow cut single track, and although it might look easy, it can be pretty hard to ride fast and keep the tires in the middle of these trails. So the concentration needs to be really amped up, and things just get gnarlier when they throw some rocks in there. So you're trying to concentrate on keeping yourself going straight, and then they throw in the chunk and you have to hold on extra tight.
I feel like I haven't ridden without following somebody for a while. Feels a bit different. Yeah.
That's fun.
That's fun. Yep.
On the last run, Diogo was off playing cameraman, trying to get us those sweet pics, but now I'm back to following him and following his lines, which makes riding on these trails so much easier.
So good.
Something that I'm absolutely trying to keep out of my mind while riding here is that it's the last ride of the day and the last ride of the trip. So you want to stay within your riding skills and not push it too hard and ride another day.
Nice rocky sections. Yeah. Oh, beautiful.
Maybe give me your phone. I have a cool spot for the video.
And now I'm back to picking the lines by myself. Not a huge deal. This is a little bit rocky, mostly flowy, and it sure is awesome to have some of these videos that Diogo has taken. Check this out. You know, it's actually not terrible to have to pick your own lines, and I think it's really good for your brain. It feels completely different when you're riding behind someone versus picking your own lines, and I like to do it both ways.
Just dropped into the eucalyptus forest. It's very cool to ride in. Not sure coming through on the camera or not, but very cool. The camera died for some reason.
Ah, well, that's it.
Let's turn it back on though. It's trying to die. GoPro go. Not sure if it will.
We made it the whole trip with extra batteries, and on the last ride of the day, we forgot the extra GoPro battery.
It took me a minute to find my flow on that one, but then I got it.
You're going fast.
I'm trying. That was so fun.
Yeah, you're going really fast.
The last run of the day was 4.9 miles, a whopping 3,500 feet of descending, a difficulty of 6, and super fun, flowy at 8 out of 10.
All right, we finished up our riding day, last day in Madeira, packing up the bikes. We have, I guess it's not our last day in Madeira, last riding day. We have one more day tomorrow, but we're gonna be out doing some birthday adventuring, woo woo. So packing up the bikes tonight, get them ready to fly on Sunday. So bye-bye bikes for a few days.
Oh boy!
Joe's having a mid-hike snack. We are finishing up our little over a week here in Madeira. We had an epic, super awesome 5 days of bike riding, which is mostly what we spent our time doing while we were here. Today was the only other day that we had to kind of like do something other than biking, and we chose to do a hike. We hiked the Pico de Ario to Pico de Rivio or something like that. This island has been really, really fun. The biking was just world class. We had great guides.
Some Madeira ice.
We had a really, really fun time. No big crashes, which is a great way to start this little 5-week Euro vacation.
Oh, shit. Oh, are you okay?
Every time. Yep. The food was good. The people were great.
Yes.
Super easy to navigate, get around. Lots of people spoke English, making it very, very easy for us.
Radwall Bike Company was super communicative and nice to work with, so I recommend them.
So we are going to finish up our day here, our final day. We have to fly out early tomorrow, and we're gonna eat some food, maybe swim in the ocean, get a quick workout in, finish up this hike. And then we are headed to Nice for a couple of days of hopefully relaxing. My hope was sunshine. Looks like it might be a little cloudy, so we'll see. It might just be full of pastry, so stay tuned if you want to see some good pastry content. Then we're gonna be on our way to more biking, so stay tuned for some more fun stuff coming up. And as always, if you like the video, hit the like button down below, please. It really helps out the channel. And if you really, really like it and you want to keep seeing what we get up to, which this year we have some really, really fun stuff planned that we hope you want to see and follow along with our journey.
Front brake, front brake.
Oh, hit the subscribe button down below. And
Have yourself a fantastic rest of your day.
woo!